survive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, and I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy, I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Ramsey. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Again, it's Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The Broncos had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Off the play fake. Richards. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I didn't retain much as a former defensive back, but I do remember you don't tip the ball in the air. You either intercept it or knock it down. Otherwise, this is what happens.
Pains you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. The ball's tipped up, they come up and grab it and get a big play out of it.
Big play indeed. Throwing on first down. Richards.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Ramsey. Looking sideline, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw on 3rd down. Ramsey escaping the pressure right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
In motion, Hill. To throw on 2nd down, Richards. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. In motion, Hill. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Off play action. Richards. This will be caught. It's Waddle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Back to throw. Richards. Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
They're still going to go for it on 4th and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team. The slot man in motion right. On 4th down, Richards. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. It's Williams on the catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Jones throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones.
Open man, Hamler. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Jones on first down.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Richards. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Jones now off the play fake. Flushed out right.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now a handoff running through the middle. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run.
On first down, Richards finding his safety valve. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
McManus's point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Richards. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Hey, here we go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Finds Dulcich out left side.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Dolphins...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes. It's sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. time. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script.